what I've heard about them as a couple is that they've been living separate lives for a very long time. So they together, but they living separate.
Hey there, folks. Big news on the horizon. It looks like Beyonce and Jay-Z might be heading for a split, despite their united front in the media. Rumor has it that behind the scenes, there's a private battle going on that could lead to divorce.
Hell, or they're already living separate lives, and we may actually see one of the biggest divorces in Hollywood is because Jay-Z is up next to be exposed.
Both teams are apparently leaking info, with Beyonce's camp claiming she's the one initiating the separation, while Jay-Z's team insists he's had enough of the relationship. Regardless of who's calling it quits, it seems a divorce is looming.
But after that major documentary comes out on Diddy, then you're going to start to hear more and more about Jay-Z and his nefarious past.
Observers have noted that the lovey-dovey vibes might be fading, especially on Beyonce's end. There's talk that she's not as into Jay-Z anymore, and the spark seems to be missing from her eyes.
Jay-Z, over the course of his career, and I have to still say allegedly, has done things and allegedly participated in a lot of things that the public would not be happy to know.
Back in 2018, the cracks in Beyonce and Jay-Z's once-envied marriage were becoming more evident. RadarOnline.com exclusively learned from a source close to the A-list couple that they were already living separate lives, having slept in different bedrooms for months.
For some reason, y'all like to conveniently forget what age Foxy Brown was when he was with her. Y'all like to forget that he was rolling with R. Kelly, and they was doing a lot of things together.
According to The Insider, those public appearances that seemed picture-perfect were nothing more than a show. Behind closed doors, a different story was unfolding. It seems like Beyonce is never at home anymore, spilled The Insider to RadarOnline.com.
But essentially, she's been stuck, right? But I believe this is going to be her chance to get out. And according to what I heard, if certain things that I can't even speak on come out, she gone.
Beyonce has been out of the house as much as possible over the past couple of weeks, continued the source. Meanwhile, Jay-Z was reportedly in a foul mood, avoiding conversations with everyone around him. As of the end of that year, RadarOnline.com had already broken the news that the parents to 4-year-old Blue Ivy were drifting apart. They sleep in rooms on opposite sides of a long hallway, with Blue Ivy's room in between them, shared a well-connected source at the time. And guess what? This still held true. They continue to sleep in separate bedrooms and are hardly ever home at the same time anymore, added the source. A later report suggested that the final straw may have come on February 20th at Kelly Rowland's birthday party in LA, where Beyonce allegedly removed her wedding ring and declared the end of her marriage. Witnesses at the event revealed that friends and family tried to calm her down. It appears that even back in 2018, the once solid foundation of Beyonce and Jay-Z's relationship was showing signs of serious strain. Back in 2017, Jay-Z wasn't holding back when it came to shedding light on his relationship with Beyonce following the release of his 13th studio album, 444. While he had already addressed perceived infidelity in the album's title track, a new video titled Footnotes for 444 showed Jay-Z delving even deeper. In this candid discussion, the Brooklyn rapper opened up about his relationship with his father and the challenges of maintaining honesty in a romantic relationship. In his own words, Jay-Z described the building of their relationship as a big, beautiful mansion that lacked a foundation of complete truth. As cracks appeared and became visible to the public, the couple had to face the difficult decision of tearing down and rebuilding from scratch. Jay-Z emphasized the emotional toll of this process, stating, "I'm telling you, it's the hardest thing I've ever done. Most humans, us, you know what I mean? We're not willing to put ourselves through that. Most people give up." The video featured insights from luminaries like LeBron James, Chris Rock, Will Smith, Jesse Williams, Mahershala Ali, and Kendrick Lamar, discussing the challenges and complexities of Black masculinity and romantic relationships. Jay-Z also shared a poignant memory from a vacation where he realized the true value of his relationship with Beyonce. Recounting a boat trip, he admitted, "I was like, don't go. I was like, did I just say, All this is new for me. Don't leave." In a surprising revelation, Jay-Z disclosed that he played the track for Beyonce long before its official release. Their shared commitment to authenticity in their relationship made the discomfort more manageable. As Jay-Z put it, "Because we've been doing this for so long, it was less uncomfortable." Even now, there are a lot of red flags in their relationship. In his 2006 track Lost One, featured on the Kingdom Come album, Jay-Z gave us a glimpse into the challenges he faced with Queen Bey. The lyrics hinted at Beyoncé's intense dedication to her work, suggesting that she might prioritize her career over their relationship. "I don't think it's meant to be, B. But she loves her work more than she does me. And honestly, at 23, I would probably love my work more than I did she," Jay-Z rapped, shedding light on the struggles of balancing personal and professional priorities. While these lines could be seen as a bit of shade thrown at his partner's demanding work ethic, Jay-Z later clarified the song's meaning. In his book Decoded, he explained that the track explores the difficulty of respecting a lover as an independent individual with distinct needs, goals, and timelines. He emphasized the challenges of maintaining a real relationship between equals and acknowledged that it's one of the toughest aspects. There's also Jay-Z and Beyoncé's love story and their notable 12-year age difference. Yep, you heard it right. A solid dozen years between them. But hey, in the world of Queen Bey and Hov, age is just a number that didn't put a damper on their romance. The rapper first laid eyes on the single ladies singer when she was a mere 18-year-old, back at an MTV Spring Break event. Fast forward to a track called Everything Is Love, where Jay-Z spills the beans about their initial encounter, rapping about Cancun, the VMA pool, and the undeniable confidence that drew him in. "Confidence you exude, make the fools stay away. Fate had me sitting next to you on the plane, and I knew straight away." Despite Jay-Z being head over heels, Beyoncé was playing it cool. She confessed to 17, via MTV, that she didn't want to rush into anything with the rapper. "I was 18 when we first met, 19 when we first started dating," she spilled. And she had a rule: no marriage before 25. Beyoncé stuck to her guns, walking down the aisle with Jay-Z at the age of 26. Back in 2014, being the megastars they are, people couldn't help but wonder if there was a bit of friendly competition in their powerhouse careers. The rumors started swirling during their joint On the Run tour, a nationwide spectacle that culminated in 2 unforgettable shows in Paris. Despite the sold-out venues and jaw-dropping performances, whispers about trouble in paradise began to circulate. According to a source mentioned in the Post, via page 6 at the time, there were talks of a rough patch and doubts about the marriage's survival. The insider even dropped a bombshell, suggesting that splitting without officially divorcing was on the table, given the enormity of the concert tour and the money already pocketed from promoters. To add fuel to the rumor mill, the eagle-eyed gossips noticed the absence of wedding rings on Jay-Z and Beyoncé. The insider spilled the tea, saying, "For just a split moment, things got real for them, and she was even talking about adding to the family." However, reality struck, and they found themselves caught up in their individual pursuits, Jay doing his thing and Bey doing hers. The insider hinted at the classic mistake of thinking a child could magically fix everything, only to find out it wasn't that simple. Even the unexpected drop of Beyoncé's Lemonade in 2016 had everyone talking. I mean, who doesn't appreciate a good breakup album? But Queen Bee took it to a whole new level, catching fans off guard with a track list that spilled the tea on her relationship with Jay-Z. The internet practically exploded as people dissected the songs, hinting at a rocky marriage and infidelity rumors. In the track Sorry, Beyoncé threw some serious shade with lines like, "He only want me when I'm not there. He better call Becky with the good hair." And let's not forget the Hold Up video, where she's casually smashing car windows with a baseball bat. Talk about making a statement. Naturally, the Beyhive went into detective mode, pointing fingers at Jay-Z. Here's the kicker. Beyoncé decided to drop this epic breakup album exclusively on Tidal, her husband's streaming service. Fans flooded Twitter with reactions, with one user hilariously suggesting that the lyrics had everyone side-eyeing Jay-Z. Despite the internet frenzy, Jay-Z and Beyonce kept tight-lipped about their relationship status, neither confirming nor denying the infidelity rumors. Months later, Beyonce put the brakes on divorce speculations by giving her hubby a shout-out on stage during a performance of If I Were a Boy. And just when you thought the drama was settling down, the power couple dropped the bombshell that they were expecting twins the following year. Then there's also the nitty-gritty of Jay-Z's confession about his infidelity with none other than Becky with the good hair. The revelation dropped in his track 444, released in June 2017, where he laid it bare with lines like, "What good is a menage a trois when you have a soulmate? You risked that for Blue." But it didn't stop there. In an interview with the New York Times, Jay-Z went full-on candid, explicitly owning up to his actions. He spilled the beans on surviving the fallout of his infidelity, saying, "You have to survive. So you go into survival mode, and when you go into survival mode, what happens? You shut down all emotions. In my case, like, it's deep. And then all the things happen from there. Infidelity." What's intriguing is that Jay-Z and Beyonce turned to their music as a means of healing the wounds caused by his affair. Despite the rocky road, the power couple weathered the storm and stuck together. Yet the tabloids couldn't resist asking the burning question, who's the real Becky? Jay-Z has kept mum on her identity, leaving room for wild speculations. Rita Ora, Rachel Roy, and Gwyneth Paltrow have all been tossed into the mix, but they vehemently denied playing a part in the rapper's marital drama. Now let's dive into how Jay-Z and Beyonce tackled the aftermath of the rapper's infidelity. And trust me, it wasn't a walk in the park. But here's the kicker. Jay-Z is the first to own up to his mistakes and spill the beans on the hard work they put into saving their marriage. In an enlightening interview on David Letterman's Netflix series, My Next Guest Needs No Introduction, Jay-Z spilled the tea on rebuilding the decades-old foundation with his wife. "I have a beautiful wife who was understanding and knew that I'm not the worst of what I've done," he confessed. They didn't shy away from the tough stuff. They rolled up their sleeves and dived into therapy. "We did the hard work of going to therapy and we love each other, right? So we really put in the work," he emphasized. The rapper proudly shared that he's made peace with his past and is all about focusing on his family. "I'm proud of the father and the husband that I am today because of all the work that was done." And if you want more details on their journey to better their relationship, Jay-Z spilled the beans in an interview with the New York Times. He dished out the wisdom gained from therapy, highlighting the importance of understanding that every emotion is connected and comes from somewhere. Being aware of this in everyday life, he revealed, gives you a significant advantage. You know how pop culture loves to speculate about relationships when artists team up for a project, right? Back in 2007, Jay-Z played a pivotal role in Rihanna's rise to stardom with their smash hit Umbrella. Naturally, fans started wondering if there was more to the story, especially considering Rihanna's subsequent collaborations with Jay-Z on tracks like Talk That Talk and Run This Town. Rumor has it that Beyonce wasn't exactly thrilled about the idea of Rihanna wanting Jay-Z under her umbrella. According to reports, Queen Bee had her watchful eye on Rihanna, and the gossip mill was buzzing with suspicions. A source spilled the tea to Hollywood Life in 2016, revealing, "Rihanna is a person she's suspicious of. Beyonce keeps a very close eye on Jay and Rihanna, but he's not banned from working with her. Not yet, at least." Despite the swirling rumors, it seems like the trio has managed to keep things amicable. Rihanna has been a consistent supporter of Beyonce and Jay-Z. And here's a fun fact. Beyonce was the one who advocated for Rihanna with her label. As revealed in music producer L.A. Reid's memoir, Sing to Me, My Story of Making Music, Finding Magic, and Searching for Who's Next, Beyonce approached him and said, "That Rihanna girl, she's a beast." So, after the 2014 Met Gala, things took a wild turn for Beyonce, Jay-Z, and Solange in an elevator. TMZ got hold of the video footage, and the world watched as Solange went at Jay-Z, landing multiple hits before security stepped in to break it up. Interestingly, Beyonce didn't seem too keen on jumping into the middle of things. Now, the couple never spilled the beans on why this dramatic showdown happened, but according to a source who spilled the tea to People, it all started with fashion designer Rachel Roy. Rumors were swirling that Roy might be the other woman in Jay-Z's rumored cheating scandal, but she vehemently denied any involvement. The insider spilled the real deal. Toward the end of the night, Jay said something inappropriate to Beyonce and Solange, and she snapped. Beyonce, Jay-Z, and Solange released a joint statement to the Associated Press following the altercation, but they didn't shed light on why the fight occurred. The most important thing is that our family has worked through it. Jay and Solange each assume their share of responsibility for what has occurred. They both acknowledge their role in this private matter that has played out in the public, the statement read. In 2017, Jay-Z alluded to the elevator controversy when he released his track, Kill Jay-Z. In the song, he raps, "You egged Solange on, knowing all along / all you had to say you was wrong." Rumor has it that Queen Bee might not be too keen on other women getting too cozy with her man, and a little incident at a 2018 after-party hosted by Jay-Z sheds some light on it. According to actor Tiffany Haddish, who's a friend of Beyonce, things got interesting when another actress got a bit too close to Jay-Z. Haddish spilled the beans during an interview on TV1's Uncensored, recounting the moment. "I was talking to Jay-Z for a little bit, and there was another actress that was there who was also talking to Jay-Z. She touched Jay-Z's chest, and Beyonce came walking up like B***. While she clarified that Beyonce didn't say those words, the vibe was crystal clear. "Get your hands off my man's chest." Now, Tiffany Haddish hinted at this incident in another interview with Vulture, explaining the backstory of her Instagram selfie with Beyonce. Apparently, something went down at the party, and Beyonce advised Haddish to have a good time. However, Haddish was ready to throw down and told Beyonce she'd only have fun if they took a selfie together. Now, where does Diddy come into all of this? Well, as you know, he's been in the public spotlight for a while now since his allegations came out, and the word on the street is that he is going to snitch on Jay-Z to get a better deal. It would not be the first time Diddy has snitched on someone, because back in 2022, Shine, a former artist under Bad Boy Records, found himself behind bars for almost a decade. The charges? Attempted murder, assault, and reckless endangerment. The incident that led to this legal ordeal went down in 1999 when Shine, Diddy, and Jennifer Lopez were partying at a Manhattan nightclub, and chaos erupted with gunfire. As the story goes, Shine, barely out of his teens, faced a critical moment. Allegedly, an instigator named Matthew Scar Allen posed a threat, and Shine had to make a split-second decision, defend himself and his friends or risk getting shot. While no one lost their life, 3 people were injured. Diddy got arrested that night but was later acquitted of all charges. Shine, however, decided to cut all ties with Diddy and Bad Boy Records during his prison term. Diddy's ex-bodyguard, Gene Deal, recently revisited that night in an interview with Art of Dialogue. He recounted the events leading up to the shooting, revealing that the day started with Puff and J-Lo planning a Mediterranean tour from the Hamptons. Despite having the day off, Puff decided to head back, leading to a fateful sequence of events. Deal explained that they ended up at a club where tensions escalated with some individuals at the bar. When Diddy arrived, a confrontation unfolded when a man approached him, throwing money in his face, and the situation escalated into a fight. Now, regarding why Shine ended up serving time while Diddy avoided jail, Deal dropped a bombshell. He suggested that Diddy may have snitched on Shine to dodge the charges. According to Deal, Shine was approached for money to ensure everyone got off the hook, but the witnesses brought forward by Bad Boy Security ended up testifying against Shine. Deal claimed that Puff knew about these witnesses and even gave them statements against Shine, leading to a disparate outcome for the two. After serving his sentence, Shine even faced deportation to Belize. Back in 1999, Jay-Z and Diddy found themselves in pretty tight spots that could have seriously derailed their careers and left them facing legal troubles. Diddy's arrest on weapons and bribery charges, coupled with an incident that left 3 people injured, made headlines, especially considering his then-girlfriend, Jennifer Lopez, was also arrested. On the other side of the coin, Jay-Z's involvement in a stabbing incident has somewhat faded from memory, given his transformation into a social justice activist and one half of the powerhouse musical couple with Beyonce. Dan Charnas, the author of The Big Payback, notes that these arrests forced Jay-Z and Puff Daddy to question whether they were ready to shed their street personas. The impact of these incidents went beyond the personal lives of the artists. It marked a turning point for hip-hop's relationship with the law and society as a whole. The NYPD evolved, and a shift occurred, signifying that the rap game was becoming too lucrative to play in the streets. Star Rhett Rock, an industry expert, reflects on the changing landscape of hip-hop, pointing out that success was once about artistic bragging rights and street credibility, but as the genre became more mainstream, the dynamics shifted. As the 20th century drew to a close, hip-hop, emerging as a dominant force in pop culture, faced a crossroads. In 1998, it surpassed country music as the top-selling format, yet artists felt a need to prove themselves amid a growing industry. Dan Charnas highlights the influx of money into hip-hop, triggering a shift. The quest to stay on top and maintain a connection with the streets, where rap originated, led to clashes with the law. Artists felt compelled not only to rap about the complexities of hood life, but to live it. The late 90s saw other notable incidents, like Busta Rhymes' arrest for possessing a loaded pistol in 1998 and DMX's legal troubles in 1999. Violence, to some extent, wasn't just acknowledged, it was anticipated. Fast forward to December 2, 1999, at Midtown's Kit Kat Club. The scene was buzzing with celebrations for rapper Q-Tip. Jay-Z, riding high on the success of Vol. 2 Hard Knock Life, was in attendance, marking a pinnacle in his career as the highest-grossing hip-hop tour ever. The former Brooklyn Projects drug dealer had successfully transitioned into a Rockefeller Records mogul, pulling in a whopping $18 million on his first headlining tour. Jay-Z's encounter with Lance Rivera raised tensions when it was discovered that the producer, who had collaborated with the rapper, was allegedly distributing bootlegs of Jay-Z's unreleased album, Vol. 3, Life and Times of S. Carter. Emotions ran high, with Jay-Z reportedly expressing disappointment before things took a darker turn. An 8-inch knife was pulled out. A witness from 1999 shared that amidst members of Jay-Z's crew beating Rivera with liquor bottles, the rapper himself stabbed the Undia's Recordings label head. The aftermath saw Rivera hospitalized with shoulder and abdominal injuries. Jay-Z later turned himself in, facing 2 charges of first-degree assault. Despite pleading not guilty, the rapper could have been looking at up to 15 years in prison if convicted. According to Rock, Jay-Z's act was seen as defending his honor. But as Charnas pointed out, resorting to violence wasn't the solution. Dealing with album bootlegging required legal action, not personal retaliation. Shortly after this incident, on December 27th, Combs, then known as Puff Daddy, and his girlfriend Jennifer Lopez were reveling in the success of his Bad Boy Records empire, which boasted annual sales of $130 million. Combs, a true power player in the music industry, had launched his Sean John fashion line and hosted star-studded events like the White Parties in the Hamptons. While leaving Club New York, Combs had an altercation with Matthew Scar Allen, leading to shots fired and injuries to 3 clubgoers. Combs, Lopez, bodyguard Anthony Wolf Jones, and protege Shine were arrested. The scene at the Midtown South Precinct was chaotic, with high-profile lawyers seeking to represent them. Lopez was quickly cleared, but Combs faced charges of criminal possession of an unregistered gun and attempted bribery for allegedly persuading Jones to claim ownership of the weapon. These legal troubles marked a challenging period for both Jay-Z and Diddy, forcing them to confront the consequences of their actions in the spotlight. In 1999, Combs, much like Jay-Z, faced the looming possibility of up to 15 years in prison. Just 3 months earlier, he had pleaded guilty to a harassment violation, a downgrade from the initial felony assault charge related to the beating of a music executive. The NYPD began taking notice of the rising violence within the hip-hop world, prompting questions about the industry's shift toward increased aggression. Derek Parker, known as the hip-hop cop, emphasized that the real issue often lay with the entourages surrounding the artists rather than the artists themselves. The atmosphere cultivated by these crews, seeking validation, contributed to the problems. Compared to Jay-Z, Combs had a relatively middle-class upbringing, but he embraced the trappings of a more dangerous lifestyle. For Jay-Z, it was a different dynamic, stemming from his literal upbringing in that environment. The high-profile Club New York trial in January 2001, lasting 6 weeks, became a media sensation. Combs, represented by powerhouse attorneys Benjamin Braffman and Johnny Cochran, was ultimately acquitted. However, his protege, Shine, convicted on charges of assault, reckless endangerment, and gun possession, faced a different fate, serving 9 years in prison before deportation to Belize. Post-trial, Combs underwent a reinvention, transitioning from Puff Daddy to P. Diddy in 2001. He has since become a highly successful entrepreneur, amassing a net worth of $740 million with ventures like Revolt, Sean John, and Ciroc Liquor. In contrast, Jay-Z pleaded guilty to a misdemeanor assault charge in 2001, receiving 3 years probation. Despite these legal challenges, he now stands as hip-hop's first billionaire, with a flourishing empire that includes Roc Nation. Reflecting on the past, Jay-Z expressed remorse in his 2017 song Kill Jay-Z, acknowledging the consequences of his actions. The incidents of 1999 had a profound impact on the hip-hop cops, leading to increased security measures at clubs. Presently, the unit faces criticism for alleged profiling of rappers like 50 Cent and Remy Ma. These events left an enduring impression on the younger generation of rappers, fostering a heightened awareness of maintaining a corporate-friendly image as they ascend to success, a departure from the raw and unfiltered ethos prevalent in 90s rap. Today's artists recognize the shift, realizing that settling disputes as before is no longer acceptable, marking a notable change in the hip-hop landscape. Contrary to the popular perception of them being a perfect match, the truth is that Jay-Z and Beyonce didn't officially begin dating until about a year after they first met. During that initial period, they maintained a friendship until deciding to take their relationship to the next level. While we adore Beyonce, it's worth noting that she once performed for Muammar al-Gaddafi, the former prime minister of Libya known for his strict and menacing rule. Fans raised eyebrows at her choice, given Gaddafi's controversial actions. In response, Beyonce assured everyone that she would be donating her earnings from the performance to a charity close to her heart, attempting to mitigate the situation. Remember the time when rumors circulated that Beyonce might be faking her pregnancy with Blue Ivy? Well, sometimes rumors have a grain of truth. While we want to believe in Beyonce's pregnancy, there has been speculation, fueled by certain questionable baby bump moments, without concrete evidence to dispel the doubts. Despite the rumors, Beyonce continued on her journey to motherhood, welcoming Blue Ivy into the world. And then, of course, there is the almighty rumor. According to insider reports, the relationship between Jay-Z and Beyonce is portrayed as more of a contractual alliance than a deep, passionate love affair. Some sources suggest that business considerations play a significant role in their dynamic. The couple, often regarded as the king and queen of hip-hop and music in general, is keen on maintaining their status. It's hinted that Jay-Z initiated the romantic pursuit, while Beyonce, as recounted by her uncle Larry Beyonce, initially wasn't very interested. Larry mentioned he was after her, and she wasn't interested. She told me she wasn't too fond of him. This narrative suggests that Jay-Z recognized the potential of their partnership in the music industry, positioning himself as a kingmaker. Insiders claim that business considerations played a substantial role even before they tied the knot. The source disclosed, "Jay's a kingmaker. She recognized that. This was a come-up for her, no question. She had to learn the ropes as presented by Jay. But really, this was mostly about business." Allegedly, both had guilty pleasures with other individuals before committing to each other. The insider emphasized Jay-Z's influential role in their relationship, stating, "There's no bigger controller than Jay. She's great, but she'd be a little lower on the totem pole if it weren't for hooking up with him." The focus on business seems to be a primary driving force for the couple, with the source highlighting they are solid business people who know what they're doing. Despite facing scandals, staying together is explained as a matter of face-saving, as they want to avoid being perceived like other celebrities. The source concludes, they are business people first, entertainers second, husband and wife come somewhere down the line. That's all for the video, folks. Thanks for watching.